So the first story of tonight, actually, I had for Jeff, because if you're new to the podcast, you may not know, but Jeff has a pig that lives at his home. Now, this pig was delivered to him by one of his sons who got the pig thinking they could have it in an apartment. Come to find out, they cannot, in fact, have it in an apartment. This was a mini potbelly pig. They left it at Jeff's house. It turned into a 350-pound pig named Peaches. I mentioned this story because pigs have now become quite important in our research of trying to regenerate teeth. Another research article came out just last week about a stem cell with umbilical cord cells and regenerative cells in a pig, starting the process of regenerating teeth. They got a bud. It started to grow over a 4 to 5 month period as we continue to find potential alternatives to titanium and regeneration of teeth. I thought Jeff would find it interesting that pigs may end up playing a really important role in that development. And maybe he might actually consider donating Peaches to science, because I know he's not really pumped about him living in his home. So for whatever that's worth. Another big update that came out of the ADA this week, the executive director has resigned effective immediately. Raymond Comia is no longer serving as the ED for the ADA. He served a 4-year term and has since moved on. They do have an interim, and Dr. Shapiro, who will be serving as interim ADA executive director as they start their search for finding a replacement. Another interesting update, and something I never actually thought I would read before. There is now kind of a movement for unionization of medical and dental professionals. And oddly enough, Buffalo dental residents are some of the newest residents that voted to unionize and join the Union of American Physicians and Dentists. It's about a 7,000 member organization now that works on behalf of dentists, dental residents, and physician residents to improve work quality, pay, access to benefits, etc. So this is kind of an interesting turn of events. I would not have expected a unionized healthcare workforce, but here we are, and they seem to be gaining momentum. 24 of the 27 dental residents at the Buffalo School of Dental Medicine signed on to become members of the union. So perhaps this may be something we need to track and follow a little bit more. The last news story of the night is for my sweet bud, Chad. There was a dentist that was just nabbed this week. In fact, he made the headline just a few days ago for holding 100 canisters of laughing gas. He was pulled over in a chase. I would not necessarily call it high speed, as he was doing 44 and a 30. But he was pulled over for a chase, eluding the officers, admitted to huffing nitrous all day long and having access to over 100 canisters at his office and home. We wish him well. Hopefully this will be the wake-up call for him to be able to get help, and maybe set him on a pathway forward that he can continue to enjoy his profession and be the dad and husband that he probably is intended to be. And with that, that's the news.